Boy, it don't even look real, does it? I mean, look at the color of that ocean. I hope it's coming out in the video. Look at the blue in there. Beautiful, you know? You know, Wyatt will be here though, so I can come back and do this again. I got a lot of work to do in the shop. Over now.
We spoke of many things that said to me, the greatest thing you could ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Cook something, bro. Just want to let everybody know, yo, from the heart that Father's Day is great.
Yes, yes.
However, there will be no fathers without mothers. So I always give props. I always give props to the woman first because there'll be no fathers or no dudes without mothers first. So word out. So because this is a Father's Day edition, I'm gonna keep to the theme. I do have a new joint I'm gonna do about my father.
Exclusive.
New shit. Yeah, y'all heard it before though, but it's new here. I've never done at the block before. I did that. So this joint is called Air, and it's kind of a lesson I learned when I was a kid from my father. And shout out to him. Rest in peace. All right.
Peace.
In 1985. Nike released the Air Jordan basketball sneaker that was $60 in my size, and at that time, that was a lot of money, so I was not surprised when my father told me no. No, I couldn't have the flyest footwear known to man shoes that would make me jump higher, run faster. No, I couldn't be like Mike, master of the high-flying, death-defying, 360-degree slam dunk. No, with just one word, he knocked the air from out of my dreams. But when I woke up and caught my breath, I started hustling. I woke up every morning at the crack of dawn, old beat up tennis shoes on to a paper route, until without a doubt, I had my pair of Air Jordan.
Yeah.
And it's funny how new shoes make you walk bow-legged, pigeon-toed. Everybody was digging those. Everybody except my father. It felt like my father was mad. His son with shoes on, like he never had, might have made him feel less of a dad because the air was thin every time he saw me in them. But what I didn't know was that he had been hustling all his life, on his job, jumping higher, running faster, slaving to a corporate puppet master who kept his shoestrings untied, just enough to barely provide for his family while I was feeling manly.
Let's go, bro.
I felt like the man, you see. The man I always wanted to be with the freshest feet, and couldn't nobody say shit to me, not even my mother, when she told me, don't let them expensive ass shoes go to your head.
Come on.
But instead, I said some dumb shit, like a fool, words that made my mother cry on my way to school, and as the day went by, I noticed my father's features up in the bleachers during basketball practice, so I had to practice what I had been preaching. Since he showed up, I had to show out, showing what these $60 investments was all about, how these J's put the air beneath my wings, to high fly, death defy, 360 degrees, no slam dunks, ain't trying to put no creases up in these fresh new joints. I scored all the cool points. See, there was no way I could lose, because it's got to be the shoes, and everybody was impressed. Everybody except my father. You see, when I asked my father if he saw me doing my thing, I was surprised when he told me no. No, he didn't see me playing man to man. No, he didn't see me man up, because a real man would never say anything to make his mother cry. And with one punch, he knocked the air from out of my lungs. I couldn't have caught my breath if I'd have been Mike himself, so instead, I cried. I know what Judas must have felt like when Jesus died, because 30 silver pieces for any of the Jordan releases can have changed how I felt inside. I want to put those teardrip sneakers back inside the box again, to trade for an ounce of oxygen, to re-enter my body. I dreamed of ways I could say sorry, ways to make it up to her. And when my vision refocused in from out the blur,
See this?
I was a man.
See, that's the wall. That's at the Artist Bloc before they did that mural. It's probably about half a dozen people taking videos that have died right now. It's like, it's immortalized for them, whether somebody sees it or not. This is a family. This one guy, he was a Sikh guy, Indian.
I'll tell you, I support like you pay for your family, you support.
In English language or Hindi language?
Hindi, sir.
Hindi. America बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Can you say a little louder?
Okay. It's in a way that for defense ourselves, but if we see somebody not treating their people right, like in Syria and in any other places which I don't know, but right now in Syria they are even not taking care of the kids. They are actually, if you can help someone else out of your way also, which makes it even greater and better, so they can have peace also.
But let me ask you this. Nice. So where are we tonight, sir?
So we're in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at the Haynes Mall. My name is Maine. I am a spoken word poet. I am also have a program called the MADE program.
MADE?
MADE, which stands for Make a Difference Every Day. It's a
that's the name of my group that we did the song.
Oh yeah?
2 D's and E.
Okay. No, mine's just one simple joint. And I teach self-determination and entrepreneurship to young adults and teenagers.
I see. First this month of the night.
And also I'm part of a collective group of writers known as the Word Society. And I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a human being.
Human being first.
Yeah, right.
American by geography.
Right.
But anyways, so here's the first question. What makes America great?
Well, the thing that makes America great is the sum of its parts. If it would come together as a whole and use
You said if, so the question was what makes it great today? You started to say that, but you kind of went if.
What makes it great today?
In 2000 and blinky blank 18.
2018. See, my thing is I look at the possibilities more so because there's a lot of other countries.
Okay, so it's the possibilities.
Yeah, these are possibilities because there are a lot of countries that have passed us in a lot of the most important categories. Such as
morality.
Morality.
Not morality, infant mortality.
Yeah, and a lot of categories that are most important as far as health-wise. There's a lot of countries that are more healthy than us. There are a lot of countries that are more educated than us.
Okay, so not to interrupt you, but I'm saying the premise is not to focus on the problems, okay? So you said to make it greater would be more like other countries that have surpassed us in the quality of life. Would that be? Put it in your mouth, I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is that if we were to come together as a people, like the sum of our parts were to come together, we would be greater than we are. I mean, we're greater than a lot of countries still. However, when you see something falling down, you got to pick it up. So
let me ask you before I go to the last question, what's the first step?
The first step to me would be to get rid of capitalism. I mean,
what's the first step to get rid of capitalism?
The first step to get rid of capitalism would be to go back to a community holistic way of living, which is to.
So how do we do that, man?
I mean, we have to get rid of the entire system. I mean, through
systematic change.
Systematic change and revolution. Everything changes through revolution. There's nothing that has not changed in the world without some type of revolution, whether it be violent or non-violent. Everything changes through revolution. And so it would have to be some type of revolution, some type of rage against the machine, some type of stand up against the system, which would kind of
like the term woke.
I mean that's like the trending term and all that type of thing.
But I mean the concept.
The concept of being conscious. Everybody has the ability to be conscious, but it's all up to yourself. Some people are just blissfully ignorant and they don't want to be conscious. They're happy with going and working for a system every day, going and working
trying to make their mark and trying to make their profit. Right?
Yeah, but that's not really life. See, the main things, the most important thing we have in life is time. Because with time, you can do anything. You can love, you can make money.
The most renewable resource.
Time. If you spend your time,
right here.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't.
In your ears. I mean, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
that's an observation I made.
But the only thing that will surpass time is your spirit or your energy. Because, like I said, this is just a body. It's like a conduit for us to travel.
Conduit, I like that.
To travel through this dimension per se. So our spirit's gonna live forever. But while we're here, the number one resource is time. We have to use our time wisely. So instead of watching TV or
playing on Facebook,
video games, just wasting your time doing things that are distractions actually from. Because like I was telling you before, they distract us so they can keep us compartmentalized. They want to keep us in these boxes, and they want to keep us in certain demographics so that they can control us and keep pushing this capital system of theirs to make money. Everything is about money now.
So what I do when I'm talking, because you might not see these issues in the movie, Tim Everett said over at Lowe's, he said he would never take opiates. And he says he's got strapped on his back, strapped on his neck. And I says, why? He says, because they want to keep us on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And I says, is that to keep us dumbed down? He says, absolutely.
Right. I used to work for a pharmaceutical company. I used to read the adverse events. They actually put money aside because they know what the side effects are going to do to people. They actually poison us to treat us. That's why the Food and Drug Administration is in the same building. It's for a reason. They poison us so they can treat us. They make billions and billions of dollars off of our ignorance. If you look on the back of your tube of toothpaste.
I know.
You look on the back of your tube of toothpaste.
And that tube of toothpaste comes from one manufacturer to all these different companies. They put Crest on it. They put Dollar Store on it. It's all the same shit.
Yeah, if you look on the back of a tube of toothpaste, it doesn't say, if you swallow this, go to your doctor. It says you go to the Poison Control Center. You know why? Because it's poison in your toothpaste. But they don't let you understand that you using it every day, once or twice a day, over time, can cause a debilitating state or a cancerous state into your body. They don't tell you that. They just want you to keep using that talcum powder. They want you to keep using all these things.
They used to put glycol in the baby's diapers.
Yeah. So all this stuff is for a purpose.
Okay, so here's the last question. I know you got to go to the family. If you had a magic wand,
right?
I always say you could change this to a cornfield or a tropical rainforest or a fun park or whatever. But the whole country, what would you do? You got the magic wand, my friend.
I would take us back to a time where we were indigenous people, like the Native Americans, the Aboriginal people. I would take us back to a time where things were simpler, because that's real living. When you have a village, it takes a village to raise everybody up. And so when you have a village concept of living, I mean, you can do it in the society now, but
that's the next question.
You can do it
I
in
took
society.
the wand back from you, and now I'm going to tell you how are we going to do that, sir?
Yeah, you can do it now.
How are we going to do that, sir?
How are we going to do it? It has to start small. Everything starts with a step. So you have to start small. So you can make a village in your home that can spread out to your community. The community can spread out to your county. That county's village can spread out to your state.
Okay, I get the concept.
So
I get the concept. So the first step is family.
Yeah, you got to start
How about
with yourself.
taking care of yourself and then family? Better yourself. A redneck friend of mine said, "Better yourself." He'd better himself if he had that.
Every change starts with your idea. So you change your mind, that changes your actions. When you change your actions, that changes your habits. When you change your habits, that changes your character. And when you change your character, then you can make a real change.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah,
you know that. You know, I'm not dissing you or anything. I'm just saying. So 2018, you're like late 40s.
46,
mid 40s. What can we do quickly? Next 5-10 years.
Nothing can happen quickly.
For your kids. It's for your kids, bro. We're going to be gone in 50 years.
What can I do? I can. We.
You personally, you're doing great stuff. I get that. You're raising your family right. You're treating your lady right, et cetera, whatever.
What we can do is, we can come together and share ideas and share like thinking, so that you can come together with people that are birds of your type of feather, so that you find people that are interested in the same type of things you're interested in. That's how you build a village. You have to have like-minded people to come together and build the same type of thing that your type of build that you want to build.
I'm going to say something off camera.